So, it's the holidays, 2020.
Why are you acting so down, Brian?
Have you lived at all this year?
Yes, I have. But it's the holidays. We're supposed to be excited and happy and have fun. And yes, I know it's really limited right now, but we can still make it home. No bah humbug. You know what? I'm going to lift your holiday spirit, especially today. What is like the favorite thing that you can have at like any party?
Pizza.
That you would normally eat way too much of?
Pizza.
Look at this, Brian. This should lift your spirits. Look at this beautiful tray.
That is a nice tray.
My aunt sent this to me from Nebraska because she saw it and she thought of me.
Oh my God.
There we go.
There.
Much better. I like that. I like that. Anyway, so.
Okay. I'm feeling very festive now.
You look festive with the beard and everything. I love it. Love it. So do you know why my family seems to always want to give me these kind of trays?
Because they're in love with your eggs, May.
Yes. See, this little particular tray holds like deviled eggs. That is the delicious thing at every party everybody wants to eat. And why is it that if you fry 2 eggs in a pan and you eat them, you get really, really full, but you can eat like 3 dozen deviled eggs? What is the math on that?
That's that new keto math. I don't understand it.
I was inspired because we're gonna make a lovely meat and cheese platter like you would be serving at a festive holiday party. What I'm gonna do is, because most people make me bring the deviled eggs to the party, I guess they like my deviled eggs, I'm gonna share with you guys how to make some super easy deviled eggs, how to get a little creative with it. We're gonna have fun. I love making deviled eggs because you can do a lot of stuff with them. But we're gonna try something very basic today. Basic and delicious.
There's smoked salmon on the counter.
Okay, well, I brought other ingredients to inspire people by. So yes, smoked salmon or even salmon roe, because salmon and eggs go great together. It's like lox.
Right, yeah, no, that's awesome.
We also have like some goat cheese.
Goes good with everything.
We have some nuts. Depending on the texture that you like, you can mix in some almonds, some walnut, pecans, however you want to do that. It's a texture thing if you like that. It's a lot like when you're making like a chicken salad or a tuna salad and you do that. You can put chopped pickles and relish.
All right, so
you ready to make some eggs?
we're gonna make some eggs, but we're not gonna use all this stuff today, right? Today we're just gonna do real simple, super basic,
super simple,
quick. You need a snack, make some deviled eggs. This is gonna be, good.
If you are super starving, you could have from raw egg to deviled egg like in less than 30 minutes.
So, okay, riddle me this. What's your favorite method for making your hard-boiled egg?
Well, I used to fail miserably at boiling eggs. I was taught so many different ways. My family taught me mostly to put them in the water and then you boil them, and then once they come to a boil, then turn it off, then put a lid on it and you wait 5 minutes, all that kind of stuff. And for whatever reason, every single time they were overcooked, or I couldn't get the shells off, or a bunch of other things. So I tried and tried and tried. We even started buying the pre-cooked boiled eggs.
Oh no.
They're not good, but I really like boiled eggs. And when you're doing keto, you eat a lot of eggs, and I really like boiled eggs, and I can have them. So I found out you can cook them in the Instant Pot.
Say what?
Instant Pot eggs, and they're really, really easy. Especially if you have one of the newer models, there's actually an egg button. There is an egg button. Yeah. And you helped me peel these. They came right off, didn't they?
Yeah, I was super, super happy actually peeling those. The shells, they almost just fall off by themselves.
Yeah, very super simple, which was always the problem I always had in making these and I hated making them because I was like messing up my eggs and making them ugly. And now I can make beautiful boiled eggs. So.
Yeah, used to be, for me, like if I tried to make deviled eggs, I end up making just egg salad.
So what we're gonna do is you just cut them in half, and see, that's a nice yellow yolk. They're very hard boiled. I like them hard boiled. If you want a soft boiled egg, you gotta adjust your time on your Instant Pot, but just play with it. Get the time that's best for you and the quality of yolk that you like.
Okay, so we got all of the
Yolk.
we got all the yolk.
All the yolks.
Yolk.
So I like to just start by smashing the yolks with a fork. Hulk smash.
Oh, you know what? What else should you smash?
That notification button and the like button and the subscribe button that's down below, and read the descriptions.
Well, that was really over the top.
Smash the like button, please.
Smash the like button.
All right, so we have 6 egg yolks in there. I did about 3 or 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. That is the crucial ingredient. Depending on how creamy you want it. If you want fancy eggs, you want them a little more creamier. If you're gonna like pipe them with a pastry pipe, if you want like the fancy with the cute little tips or whatever. But if this is just a quick meal or meal prep, then you know, whatever you want to do. You can have them nice and chunky, or you can have them nice and smooth. It's just up to you. But the magic is a fork. That's all you need is a fork. And then I have about a little more than a tablespoon of mustard. This is just regular Dijon mustard. But again, you can go with black truffle mustard, or you can go with honey mustard, or you can do things like guacamole, or if you want to get some salsa fresh, guacamole with maybe some chopped fresh jalapenos.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, you can go nuts with that. It's just what you're feeling.
Yeah, that's really one of the great things about, you know, any kind of deviled egg is that it's really just a platform, and you can serve anything on that platform.
So if you want to be super simple, this is how you go. I have served just this at so many parties, not even funny.
Yeah.
With a little salt. So don't forget, if you want salt and pepper, you can mix that in there too. I personally don't put pepper in there very much, just because I like to keep the nice clean look to it. You could use white pepper though.
I was just gonna suggest that actually, yeah.
You could do a white pepper. So yes, I've served it just like this many places, and this is just fine. But lately I usually take it up a notch. I've got 1 strip of bacon finely chopped in there. And that's it, all you need. If you want to sweeten it up, add a little Splenda or Swerve or Stevia, and then you just start filling your eggs with just a little tiny bit. Because there's never enough of the yolk mix. I don't know what it is. I could pile this stuff on top. It's kind of the nice thing is if you're gonna add a little extra mayo and make them fancy and pipe them, they seem to fill better that way too.
If it was me, I would just stuff as much as I could into as few egg whites as possible and call it a day.
If it were me, I wouldn't even bother with the egg whites.
Well, there is that. So, as we all know, the deviled egg just isn't presentable until you put a little bit of smoked paprika on there, right? So we got a little bit, gonna dash them on, right?
Yeah, it's mostly for presentation and garnish.
It's not gonna give a whole ton of flavor, but a little bit.
You'll get a little bit of aroma probably from it too, especially if you get the smoked paprika.
Right. So that being said,
is there any other paprika?
You know, I went and stole some stuff out of your pantry.
I see you left some eggs without paprika.
I did. Yeah, we was just sitting here talking about how like chipotle powder might be something that would work too, right?
I was like, oh, chipotle powder might work.
Chipotle powder might work, yeah.
So why not?
So why not? And that's what I'm gonna put a little bit on a couple of these eggs.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try that.
Because that will actually impart quite a bit of flavor.
Yeah.
And a lot more smokiness too, I think, than even smoked paprika. So
I guess
we'll give that a shot, right?
Yes. So you could eat them just like this, but I do recommend putting them in the fridge to chill for a little bit. And if you're gonna have a party or an event or bring these somewhere, have them nice and chilled before you bring them over. You can also garnish with some chopped chives. You could put like one little nut on top to make it look pretty. So however you want to garnish these. A lot of the times I won't mix in the bacon, and sometimes I'll just put a chunk of bacon on top just because I'm in a hurry and I just don't want to chop up the bacon. So lazy deviled eggs.
So the big takeaway for me in that whole thing was I gotta wait.
Well, with the magic of video, you only have to wait a second. Brian, look at our delicious plate that we made.
You know what? That looks pretty darn delicious.
Does it make you feel more festive?
I am definitely feeling more festive, yes.
Yes. So is it just me, but this vintage dish that we got made this vintage looking 1960s platter look way more desirable?
I mean, I'd eat it.
So what we have here, we took just some like deli meats and cheeses and some olives, mixed it up with our deviled eggs. This is a party platter you can bring somewhere, or if you're gonna have a charcuterie board dinner, there you go.
There you go.
There you
Perfect.
go. So you wanna try the eggs?
I definitely want to try
I
it.
wanna try one with the chipotle.
Yeah, there was one of these ones back here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think this one has a little bit more. I'm gonna-
Wow, that chipotle actually stands out, doesn't it? But nice and creamy. Got the chewy bacon in there. Delicious. You're really enjoying that egg.
That is, yeah, that is really, really good. The chipotle definitely gonna pop a little bit more with the flavor than the paprika, for sure. It's smokier. It's got a little bit of heat, not a lot, but it does have a little bit of heat, and it goes awesome with the bacon that's hidden in there like a little treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm totally down. This is
Surprise, bacon!
This is a great idea. Really, really good.
Well, now you know my basic deviled egg recipe, and now you have something that you can bring to a party that you know you can eat.
That's always an important thing, actually, when you're doing keto. So many times, you know, you go to family events and you're like, what am I gonna eat? Everybody's gonna bring like pasta and potatoes, right?
I would stand by this the whole entire party and be just fine.
You're actually gonna wanna stand by it at the whole entire party to guard it.
Yeah.
To keep people from
we got
eating it.
some delicious goodies in here, so I think we're about to go have some dinner.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming in, and be sure to subscribe.
Definitely wanna make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button, and make sure that you hit that notification bell also, so that you will get all of our great recipes.
Including a deviled egg series that I
Yay.
just came up with. That sounds like a great idea, so we're gonna get tons of egg recipes out to you.
Are you mocking me? Really? Okay.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Stuff like that.
Dancing,
Super fast forward
dancing,
and,
dancing.
Brian's all serious.
She's like trolling off. Humbug.
I'm no longer the funny one.